Have you ever felt that there's something different inside you, something that can't be explained yet is impossible to ignore? Well, let me tell you something. It's not a coincidence. You are chosen. Your light, your inner strength, it's all part of something greater, something the world tries to hide. Today, we're going to reveal what no one wants you to know, the true power you carry. You know the kind of person who just by walking into a room changes the entire atmosphere? That's the vibe of the chosen ones. They have an energy so strong and unique that they don't even have to do anything. The people around them feel it. It's hard to explain, but it's like a presence that speaks louder than any words. And you know what's curious? Many people notice it but don't admit it. They feel it, yes, but prefer to keep it to themselves. Because admitting it would mean acknowledging something they might not even understand or accept themselves. This energy isn't just different, it affects everyone nearby. It can inspire admiration in some, but it might also make others uncomfortable. And look, it's not because the chosen ones do it on purpose, it's simply because they exist. It's as if their presence acts like a mirror, reflecting the insecurities and vulnerabilities people try to hide. They feel this impact, but don't know how to react. So fear shows up disguised in looks, silences, or even strange behaviors. This fear isn't necessarily a bad thing. In fact, it's a sign of how transformative this strength is. But at the same time, it can feel like a burden for those who carry this light. Imagine walking around knowing that, even unintentionally, you provoke reactions in people. You can feel the energy in the air, that unspoken tension that no one mentions but is undeniably there. Chosen ones live with this every day, often without even realizing it. And this is just the tip of the iceberg because this energy has much more to reveal. The light of the chosen ones is like a lighthouse in the dark of night. No matter how far away you are, it always draws attention. And this light isn't just a beautiful glow, it changes everything around it. It's such a powerful force that, without even trying, it can transform environments, break down barriers, and even challenge unbreakable rules. It's almost as if this energy says, here, nothing false or superficial will last. But not everyone is ready to deal with it. While some people feel inspired, as if the light of the chosen ones sparks something within them, others feel threatened. Why? Because this energy destabilizes the certainties they've built, the ones that keep everything under control. And when something or someone appears to show that these barriers are mere illusions, it's deeply unsettling. This discomfort can show up in many ways. Some people avoid the chosen ones, others make hurtful comments, and some even try to convince them that this power doesn't exist, just to make them stop shining. But the truth is, this light cannot be extinguished. The more they try, the more it grows. It's like a tree. You can trim the branches, but the roots remain strong, and the tree grows back even more robust. This light is transformative because it doesn't accept anything halfway. Wherever it touches, it cleanses, reveals, and reorganizes. It exposes lies, breaks old patterns, and creates space for something new. That's why it has such an impact, because it forces people to look within themselves. It's inspiring but also uncomfortable, because not everyone is ready to face what they carry inside. The chosen ones always stand out, even when they try to blend in. It's that feeling that no matter how much they follow society's rules, something about them just doesn't fit the mold. They weren't made to fit in, and that becomes clear early on. It could be in the way they think, the choices they make, or even how they see the world. But you know what's ironic? Many people notice this difference, and instead of valuing it, they try to diminish them. Since childhood, the chosen ones hear things like, "Don't be different and follow the rules," or "You're not that special." And this comes from all directions: school, work, family. People do this because it's easier to force someone to conform than to accept that the person is unique. It's as if the world is afraid of what might happen if the chosen ones fully embrace who they are. This attempt to convince them they're not special is a form of control. It's a way to make them doubt themselves, to think that their inner light, that feeling of being different, is just in their heads. And when the chosen ones start to believe this, they weaken. They try to hide their shine, to fit into patterns that were never made for them, and in doing so, they lose their connection to their essence. But here's the truth: you can't hide what you truly are. No matter how hard they try, the chosen ones can't extinguish their light because it's a part of them. It's like trying to hold water in your hands. It always escapes. And sooner or later, the chosen ones realize they weren't meant to fit into boxes. They understand that what makes them special is exactly what the world tries to deny. And when that happens, that's when their true power begins to manifest. The chosen ones possess an almost magical ability to reveal what is hidden. No matter how much people try to conceal the truth, their presence brings everything to light. It's as if, wherever they go, the masks come off. This doesn't mean they do it on purpose. It's something natural, part of their essence. The light they carry is so powerful that it leaves no room for illusions or lies. This light acts like a filter. Imagine walking into a smoke-filled room, and suddenly someone opens a window. The smoke begins to dissipate, and everything becomes clearer. That's exactly what the chosen ones do, but with energy. They shift the frequency of a space, removing all density and revealing the truth. This can be liberating for some, but frightening for others. The impact is significant because most people prefer to live in a place where things are comfortably hidden. Facing the truth requires courage, and not everyone is ready for it. That's why, when the chosen ones begin illuminating these hidden parts, they can trigger unexpected reactions from people seeking clarity to those pulling away, unable to handle the discomfort of confronting what they've always avoided. And it's not just the environment that's affected. The chosen ones also illuminate the people around them. It's as if their light reflects the best or the worst in others. This stirs admiration but can also bring out insecurities and fears. It's not easy being a mirror that reveals truths, but it's a fundamental part of the chosen one's role. They exist to transform, even if it feels uncomfortable at first. The light of the chosen ones isn't something confined to themselves. It literally fills the space around them. It's like an invisible energy field that spreads, altering everything in its reach. You know that feeling of entering a place and sensing that something is different, even if you can't pinpoint why. That's what happens when a chosen one is nearby. This energy field has the power to transform any energy present. If the atmosphere is heavy, their light breaks through that density and brings lightness. If there's falseness or superficiality, the chosen one's energy destabilizes it, forcing people to be more authentic. It's not something they do intentionally. It's their mere presence that causes these shifts. And these transformations aren't always well received. Some people feel uncomfortable because they sense that something is changing but can't quite grasp what. Others, on the other hand, feel lighter, as if a weight has been lifted off their shoulders. This duality is common because the chosen one's energy field affects everyone differently, depending on how they are vibrating energetically. The most incredible thing is that this energy field knows no boundaries. Wherever the chosen one goes, they carry this force with them. It's like a magnet that attracts harmony and repels conflict. This creates a unique dynamic. Some people feel deeply connected to this energy, while others prefer to distance themselves, unable to handle the transformation it brings. But regardless of the reactions, one thing is certain: nothing remains the same after a chosen one passes through. Not everyone is prepared to face the impact of the chosen one's light. For those vibrating at a low frequency, people carrying insecurities, fears, or even negative intentions, this light acts as a mirror reflecting everything they've tried to hide. It's not something visible, but these individuals instinctively feel it. They sense that something is stirring within them, and it can cause a discomfort that's hard to ignore. This discomfort isn't a conscious choice. It's as if the light of the chosen ones touches wounds they've tried to conceal. You know that feeling of being exposed even when nothing has been said? That's exactly what happens. The chosen one's energy illuminates these dark parts, revealing what needs to be worked on, but not everyone is ready or willing to face it. Because of this, reactions can vary greatly. Some people become defensive, throwing out criticism or trying to downplay the chosen one's significance. Others distance themselves, unsure why, but feeling incapable of handling that energy. Then there are those who attempt to control the chosen one, thinking that by doing so, they can suppress the impact of that light on them. Deep down, these reactions have nothing to do with the Chosen One, but with the shadows they reveal. It's important to understand this because often the Chosen One may feel guilty or burdened for causing such reactions. However, this light isn't meant to please or avoid conflict. It exists to transform. And even though that transformation might be uncomfortable, it's necessary for those around to begin growing and seeing their own truths. When people realize they can't control the Chosen One's light, they often resort to a more subtle strategy, discreet comments and criticisms. It's the kind of thing that, at first glance, seems harmless or even well-meaning, but carries a weight behind it. Phrases like, "Are you sure you're not overdoing it?" or "Do you really think this is for you?" aren't just doubts, they're attempts to plant insecurity. These remarks come from people who consciously or unconsciously feel threatened by the Chosen One's energy. They recognize they can't extinguish their light directly, so they try to make them doubt their strength. It's as if they're saying, "If I can't stop you, I'll make you stop yourself." And often this works, as the Chosen One may start internalizing these critiques and questioning their own worth. This type of manipulation is quiet, but extremely effective. It can come from friends, co-workers, or even family members, people who theoretically should support the Chosen One. It's painful because hearing these criticisms from someone close can make the Chosen One begin to believe they're wrong, selfish, or that their path is meaningless. But that doubt isn't theirs. It's a reflection of the discomfort their light causes in others. The key is to recognize these comments for what they really are: signs that the Chosen One's light is unsettling to others. Instead of absorbing these criticisms, the Chosen One can use them as reminders of the impact they're making. After all, no one tries to diminish something they don't see as powerful. Every subtle comment is actually proof that the Chosen One's light is strong enough to shake even those who prefer to stay in the shadows. You know those people who always seem to need something but never give back? They come with false compliments, requests for help, or even personal drama, but deep down, they're only there to feed off the Chosen One's energy. This behavior is known as energy vampirism, and unfortunately, Chosen Ones attract this type of person frequently. These individuals see the Chosen One's light as a source of strength they can't generate on their own. Instead of working to build their own energy, they prefer to borrow it from others. To do this, they use various tactics. They may appear very caring and engaging at first, but over time you'll notice that being around them is draining. They take a lot and give little to nothing in return. The worst part is that these energy vampires are rarely obvious. They could be close friends, family members, or even co-workers who seem to just want to vent. But deep down they know they're siphoning the Chosen One's light. Some do this intentionally, while others don't even realize it. However, the result is always the same. The Chosen One ends up feeling exhausted, confused, and even questioning their own worth. Identifying these energy vampires is the first step to protecting oneself. The Chosen One must learn to recognize when a relationship is unbalanced, when they're giving more than they're receiving. Establishing healthy boundaries is essential. This doesn't mean being rude or cutting ties, but rather protecting their energy and ensuring it's used for their growth and purpose, not to sustain those unwilling to do their inner work. When a Chosen One begins to understand the power they carry, opposing forces start to appear. This isn't a coincidence. It's a natural reaction to the impact of their light. These dark forces don't want the Chosen One to awaken fully, because they know that when it happens, the balance they maintain will be undone. So, they'll do everything to divert them from their purpose. These attempts at diversion can be subtle or blatant. Sometimes they appear as internal doubts, thoughts like, "Am I good enough?" or "What if I fail?" Other times they come from external sources, negative people, energy-draining situations, or even unexpected obstacles that seem to arise out of nowhere. These forces play hard because they know what's at stake. If the Chosen One is derailed, their light weakens, and the status quo remains intact. But here's the secret. Every time these forces try to destabilize the Chosen One, it's proof they're on the right path. If they weren't a threat, these forces wouldn't even bother. So instead of feeling discouraged, the Chosen One can use these challenges as fuel. Every resistance faced is an opportunity to strengthen their light and align even more with their purpose. The most important thing is that the Chosen One does not let themselves be shaken. They need to remember that these dark forces only have the power they are allowed to have. Protecting their energy, staying focused on their purpose, and trusting in their inner strength are the best ways to handle such resistance. After all, the light of a Chosen One cannot be extinguished. It was made to shine, even in the midst of darkness. The light of a Chosen One is not like a candle that flickers out with the slightest breeze. It is more like an eternal flame, continuing to burn even through the fiercest storms. This light is not just strong, it is resilient. No matter how much effort is made to smother it, it always finds a way to shine again. And it is precisely this quality that makes it so special and transformative. When this light manifests, it doesn't ask for permission to exist. It simply acts, uncovering what is hidden and bringing change wherever it goes. This light does not tolerate falsehoods or superficiality. Instead, it illuminates everything, revealing the true nature of people and situations around it. Sometimes this can be uncomfortable for others, but it's exactly what makes the presence of the Chosen Ones so impactful. This ability to transform environments goes beyond the physical. It's not just about changing the mood of a place, it's about shifting energies, unlocking what was stuck, and bringing clarity where there was confusion. That's why, even without realizing it, the Chosen Ones become catalysts for change. They don't need to speak or act directly. Their presence alone is enough to start a process of transformation. This light also serves as a kind of guide for those who feel lost. People searching for truth or needing inspiration often find themselves drawn to the Chosen Ones even without knowing why. It's as if their inner light is saying, "You can be more. You can live your truth." At the same time, this light exposes the fears and insecurities of those not yet ready to change. And in this balance between inspiring and challenging, the Chosen Ones leave their mark. Dark forces have a clear goal: to keep everything under control. They thrive in shadows, manipulation, and illusions designed to keep people from seeing the truth. But when a Chosen One appears, all of that is threatened. Their light is like a beam cutting through the darkness, exposing what was hidden. That's why these forces do everything they can to suppress that energy. Their strategies can vary. Sometimes it's something direct, like situations that make the Chosen One doubt themselves. Other times, it's subtler, a word spoken at the wrong moment, a seemingly harmless criticism that carries significant weight. These forces know that if the Chosen One believes their light is small or insignificant, they will begin to extinguish it themselves. What these forces fear is simple: the light of a Chosen One has the power to dismantle the entire system they've built. It shatters lies, removes masks, and breaks old patterns. It's as if the presence of the Chosen One is a constant threat to the illusion of comfort many people live in. They sense this and instinctively try to protect themselves by attacking the source of this transformation, the Chosen One. But here's the truth: this light cannot be contained. No matter how much effort is made to extinguish, divert, or diminish its strength, the light of the Chosen One always finds a way to return. Every attempt at suppression is proof of how powerful this energy truly is, and when the Chosen One realizes this, they understand they don't need to fear these forces. They only have power if attention is given to them. Their light, after all, was made to shine, no matter what surrounds it. The greatest strength of the Chosen Ones lies within themselves. They don't need validation from others to recognize the value they carry. This inner light, this energy that emanates from them, is entirely self-sustaining. It's like a fire that doesn't rely on external fuel to keep burning. And when the Chosen One acknowledges this, they become practically invincible. At first, it's common for the Chosen Ones to seek approval from friends, family, or even society. They want the people around them to recognize their light, thinking it will make them stronger. But over time, they realize they don't need that. The light they possess doesn't come from the external world. It's deeply rooted within them, and nothing can extinguish it. This self-sufficiency is liberating. Imagine living with the knowledge that you don't need applause, praise, or permission to be who you are. This doesn't mean being arrogant, but rather being at peace with your essence. And when the chosen one reaches this point, they begin to walk a path of true spiritual independence. They are no longer influenced by negative opinions or emotional manipulation. They know who they are and what they are here to do. The external world may try everything to divert the chosen one, but when they are connected to their light, nothing can shake them. They become a point of stability amid chaos, someone who remains steady even as everything around them falls apart. This inner strength is what makes the chosen one so special, and at the same time so threatening to forces that depend on control and manipulation. The chosen ones do not find their strength amidst the chaos of everyday life. On the contrary, the light they carry grows stronger in moments of silence, away from the distractions of the world. Solitude, time alone, free from external interference, is not just a pause, it's a portal. In these moments, the chosen one reconnects with their essence, recharges their energy, and gains clarity about what truly matters. Meditation is one of the most powerful tools in this process. It doesn't have to be complicated. It can be as simple as closing your eyes, taking a deep breath, and letting the external noise fade away. Each breath feels like a way to cleanse accumulated energies, making space for the light to flow again. During these pauses, the chosen one not only regains strength but also receives insights, those small epiphanies that guide the next step of their journey. For many, being alone may seem daunting, but for the chosen ones, it is a necessity. It's not loneliness, it's a reunion with themselves. When the world is constantly demanding, questioning, or trying to shape them, these moments of solitude serve as a reminder that their light depends on no one but themselves. It is in the silence that their true strength reveals itself. Nature also plays an important role in this. Being in touch with the wind, the earth, and the sound of trees helps the chosen one balance their energy. It's as if nature serves as a mirror, reflecting the harmony they seek. These moments not only restore their inner light but also reinforce their purpose, reminding them that their mission is far greater than any obstacle or distraction along the way. The chosen ones must protect their energy as a gardener protects their plants. They cannot flourish if weeds overrun the space. This means they must learn to say no and establish clear boundaries with people and situations that drain their light. Setting these boundaries is not selfish, it's a way to ensure that their energy is used for growth, not wasted. Negative influences come in many forms. They might be people who bring constant drama, tense environments, or even the content they consume, like news or social media that feeds fear and anxiety. Each of these things affects the chosen one's energy field and, if unchecked, can dim the flame they carry. Creating boundaries doesn't mean cutting everyone off, but having clarity about what is beneficial and what is not. It's about learning to recognize when a situation or person is taking more than they're giving and making decisions that prioritize spiritual health. Sometimes this means stepping back for a while, other times it means setting rules for interaction. These boundaries act as an invisible armor. When the chosen one learns to say enough, they reinforce their energy field, blocking any attempts at manipulation or depletion. It is an act of self-love and respect for their own light. After all, for the chosen one to continue fulfilling their mission, they must remain at their best, free from the weight of external influences that don't belong on their path. The light of a chosen one is not ordinary. It doesn't just illuminate their path, but also touches the lives of those who cross their journey. It's like a divine fire that warms, inspires, and gives others the courage to face their own shadows. This light, however, isn't just beautiful, it's also challenging. Wherever it exists, it stirs things up, especially among forces that prefer to dwell in darkness. This fire does not ask permission to exist. It simply shines. And because of that, many people around the chosen one feel motivated to change. They begin to realize they have their own light, hidden under layers of fear and doubt. The chosen one's energy serves as a reminder. If I can do it, so can you. This makes them a source of inspiration for those seeking their truth. On the other hand, this divine fire unsettles forces that rely on control, lies, or manipulation. These forces feed on fear and confusion, and the chosen one's light is like a bomb that shatters their dynamics. It's no wonder these forces try everything to extinguish or weaken that flame. They know that wherever there is light, they lose power. The Chosen One, however, has nothing to fear. This fire is not something borrowed. It's part of who they are. It was made to shine, and each time they face these forces, the fire grows stronger. Every challenge overcome strengthens their connection to this divine light, making them even more resilient. At the same time that they challenge the shadows, they ignite sparks of courage and change in others, creating an impact far beyond what they can imagine. Accepting their own light isn't something that happens overnight. Many chosen ones go through phases of doubt, feeling unworthy, or that this force is too much for them. But when they finally embrace who they are, everything changes. It's like a door opening, revealing a world of possibilities that had always been there, waiting for them. This moment of acceptance is transformative. Cultivating this spiritual power, however, is an ongoing process. It's like caring for a plant. It requires attention, patience, and daily practice. This means setting aside time to reconnect, whether through meditation, solitude, or simply reflecting on their purpose. The more the Chosen One nurtures their light, the stronger it becomes, and this strength doesn't just benefit them. It spreads, touching every person and place they encounter. The impact of this on others is immense. Often, the Chosen One doesn't even realize how much they're inspiring those around them. A simple gesture, a word, or even the way they handle challenges can serve as a powerful example. People searching for answers or feeling that something is missing in their lives are naturally drawn to this energy because it represents something true and rare. Accepting this power also means accepting the responsibility that comes with it. Not in the sense of carrying the weight of the world, but in understanding that the light a Chosen One carries is both a gift and a mission. The more they nurture this connection, the more aligned they become with the divine, impacting the world around them as a positive force in a place that often desperately needs transformation. Being a Chosen One is not just about carrying a powerful light, but also about knowing how to protect it and use it wisely. Not everything and everyone that crosses their path is there to strengthen their essence. On the contrary, many situations and people, either unknowingly or intentionally, end up trying to weaken this energy. This is where discernment comes into play. The Chosen One must learn to observe, feel, and interpret the energies around them. This includes recognizing when something is draining their strength or when a situation is not aligned with their purpose. Often, these decisions can be difficult, as they may involve stepping away from loved ones or letting go of old habits, but deep down they know their light is far too precious to be wasted. Discernment also means knowing where to invest their energy. Not every battle is worth fighting, and not every challenge must be faced. Some things are simply beyond control, and expending energy on them only weakens the Chosen One. Focusing on what truly matters, purpose, personal growth, and divine connection, is what strengthens this light. This process of discernment is like sharpening a sword. The more the Chosen One practices, the clearer and more precise their perception becomes. They begin to quickly recognize what is genuine and what is not, what contributes to their journey and what merely adds unnecessary weight. As this awareness deepens, they become increasingly aligned with their essence, capable of protecting their energy and using it to transform their life and the lives of those around them. When a Chosen One realizes the power of their light, they also understand that protecting it is essential. It's not just about keeping their own energy intact, but also ensuring that it continues to grow and positively impact everything around them. This protection is not a rigid barrier isolating them from the world, but rather a shield that filters what can enter and what must stay out. Expanding this light is a commitment to personal growth. Every challenge faced, every moment of reflection, and every choice aligned with their purpose multiplies this energy. It's as if the light has a life of its own. The more the Chosen One connects with it, the stronger it becomes, illuminating new paths. This expansion knows no limits, and over time, the Chosen One's light transcends their personal life, touching people and situations they could never have imagined. This responsibility also comes with the awareness that the Chosen One's light is transformative. It doesn't just redefine their own journey, but also challenges and inspires others to do the same. It is a call to be an agent of change, someone who simply by existing shows that it's possible to live authentically, aligned, and with purpose. Ultimately, protecting and expanding this light is a way of honoring who the chosen one truly is. They were not made to fit in or go with the flow. They were created to be a presence that makes a difference. By embracing this mission, they not only transform the world around them, but also become living proof that light is stronger than any darkness. This is what makes the journey worthwhile, knowing that every step taken with courage and truth leaves a mark that will never be erased.